Hi, my name is Jacob Juarez, and today I'm going to be presenting about gun violence. So social awareness. Social awareness is something we hear a lot when we hear about kidnappings, car accidents, and gun shootings. So a quick question to everyone: who here has social awareness? Just reach out. Who's aware of their surroundings? So what is gun violence? Gun violence is violence that's committed with firearms, such as handguns, shotguns, or semi-automatic rifles, and sometimes it may be considered criminal or not. So today the three main points I'll be talking about is U.S. having the highest rate of gun violence, the lack of gun control laws, and the presence of gun control. So between the years 1993 to 2003, gun ownership has increased by 56%, yet the gun violence percentage has gone down by 50%. An example would be Juarez, where a total of 21 students and teachers were killed due to the lack of security and safety procedures. And as you can see up here, in this first picture, that's I don't remember recalling it, but it's hundreds, thousands of residents. So there's like 12,000, 18, 16. And this one you can see the guns per person has gone up, but the gun homicide rates has gone down. And here you can see the top three states with the highest rates, which is Mississippi, Louisiana, and New Mexico. So I have done extensive research on this topic. While I have noticed that there have been a lot of mass shootings, like school shootings, and just public places being shot up over the years. I know one was like McDonald's, and then the other one was Uvalde. Don't recall other ones. While I've never had a personal encounter with a gun, I do know of someone who did. They went to Mexico, visiting family and everything. Just on their way to go home, they were held at gunpoint. I asked them to describe what it was. They said it was between a matter of life or death. So I mean, they had to give everything, all belongings, wallet, keys, phone, everything, just let them traumatized. And just facing this type of situation will make you realize that a person with a weapon will always have a bad intention of using it. So making it seem that there should be more steps when purchasing one. Gun control is great when used for the right reasons. On the other hand, more gun control laws would prevent or reduce the deaths and crimes of So still speaking on this one, more gun control laws would reduce gun deaths. There were a total of 572,537 total gun deaths between 1999 to 2016, and 336,579 suicides. Mass shootings were also included in this and have been on the rise since the early 1960s. So the lack of gun control laws. Gun licensing laws were associated with the 14% decrease in the firearm homicide, while an increase in the firearm homicides were seen in places with rights to carry gun and stand your ground, like public places and gun shops. Oh, sorry. And according just to the violence archive, the U.S. has witnessed more than 90 mass shootings since the start of January. And here it just shows like the picture of the shop, and you just hear how they're used throughout the years. So the presence of gun control. Armed civilians are unlikely to stop crimes and are more likely to make the situation dangerous. The average gun owner, no matter how responsible, is not trained like law enforcement, and they're also not trained how to handle life-threatening situations. And here, just in 2018 study found that 91% of the 1,153 court cases with claims saying a government action or a law violate the Second Amendment. So further on, the Second Amendment was intended to protect the rights of militias to own guns and not the individuals to own guns. here just shows how we can prevent it. There's not much we can do, it's mostly based on the government, but there are several ways that we can prevent gun violence, but it mostly falls under the decision of the government. Some examples would be to disarm all the domestic abusers, which require more detailed background checks, and just check on like the mental health state of the individual and just making sure they're fit for the gun. So in conclusion to this, the need for stricter gun control laws in the US is evident. By focusing on the process for buying guns and background checks, mental health evaluations, and having that responsible gun ownership, we as a community can and are able to reduce the violent crime, prevent school shootings, and make the community safer for everyone else. As my presentation, just encourage situational awareness.